That's Slide Away from the forthcoming album, which is called Definitely Maybe. You're going to be able to hear tracks from that on the evening session. I think it's all next week or maybe the week after. Everyone in the band was really, really looking forward to playing that track, for example, and loads of new material because, I don't know, for their entertainment and for the audience also. The gig that night was looming. It was about 20 minutes away. The Riverside crowd were waiting and the Oasis mobile was revving up outside and we got on it.
The last time we were at this gig, right? Bonehead played the Spoons the last time we were at this gig. It was a gig we were done with Verve and the PA went down. Bonehead played Should Be Coming Round the Mountain on the Spoons with Richard and Simon from Verve. Didn't you, Bonehead?
Went down Stormer, man. Went down Stormer.
I'll say it, man. When you stir your tea with proper spoons, it makes a difference, doesn't it, really?
Oh, yeah.
You get that proper dip in the middle.
That's what my name changed, when it's Spoonhead.
Yeah, Spoonhead.
Okay, so we're on the bus on the way to the gig at the moment. Do you have like a pep talk or a ritual before you go on stage, or do you pray or do maybe do a prayer?
It's all right, go.
That's for American.
Have a good one. Hope you have a good one. Actually, the only time ever.
Have a good one, Liam.
Yes. When we done the tea in the park a couple of weeks ago, usually we don't speak to each other before we go on. Just like.
We don't speak to each other quite often anyway.
Well, no, but at tea in the park we all sort of got a bit of bonding going, didn't we? He had sort of like,
for one and one for all.
Yeah.
Bonding! Like the Five Musketeers, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, four.
Yeah, Ben, you've gone past it, by the way.
Now the bus has gone the wrong way.
Usually all too frightened.
See, it was all going wrong then. Finally delivered to the Riverside and the band was spewed out of the bus into the venue and it was hot, sweaty, incredibly intense and stank of anticipation. And what is the one thing you'd expect from an Oasis gig?
Attitude, probably, I suppose. I think they're good, don't they?
As if the band would not deliver on that one. The band went on stage pretty promptly, not one to keep an audience waiting. The first number was a new one, it was Listen Up, and then they went straight into a real crowd pleaser, Shaker Maker. That's Shaker Maker. That was the second number in the set last night. By this time, the atmosphere was really charged. The main impression that I got was that Oasis are a band that you can actually dance to. Everyone was going really wild. They followed Shaker Maker with Fade Away. Liam was kind of going for getting the vocals up in the mix at that point. The next track was Diggs' Dinner, which is also on the album that you're going to hear next week on the show. Then they played the real me pleaser, actually. That was the single Live Forever. And Liam opted not to go for the high notes in that track because his voice still wasn't kind of 100%. And then the fifth number, which was Bring It All Down. And how apt, because that's exactly what someone in the audience decided to do. Getting past security, launching himself on Noel, and what's that saying? All hell breaking loose. The whole band's come off stage now. Basically, someone came up on stage, went for Noel. Noel retaliated, jumps into the crowd. Liam followed, and it's all gone just horribly, stupidly wrong. This is just the ugliest gig. Okay, Liam's just come back on stage.
We can't just start things like people's up, hear people on the stage, right? So, sorry, next time, you know what I mean? Sorry, next time.
The crowd still want them to come back on, but the band are off and I don't think they're going to come back on. Noel's backstage at the moment and he looked like he was pretty cut up physically and mentally, and Liam came on stage and I think the gigs are all off and it's not going to happen now.
Got them finished?
I think the band are off, yeah. What do you think to it? What's happened?
Some tosser and getting up on stage and just spoiling it. You know what I mean?
How do you feel about it?
Sorry?
How do you feel about it?
Right, sick, you know. Come along, pay a bit of cash. At least you want to see a full set.
They've released like 3 singles now, and they think they're God. They think they can get away with anything. But the Newcastle crowd aren't particularly pleased with this.
It's just sad Geordies, that's all they are. Newcastle for you know what I mean? It's a bad place. Good bands shouldn't come here. I've seen it before in Newcastle. I've seen it with the real people. It's happened again.
It's just like a couple of crap people amongst the crowd. I've been coming here for like about 4 years and it's never happened before.
Right, I reckon like, they should stay off, yeah? Because like, idiots like that going and smack them, you know, in the face is just so stupid.
Well, I think it's a disgrace that people come to Newcastle, despite their reputation for being hard men or whatever, the reputation Oasis carry around with them. I think it's disgusting that bands come here and they're getting attacked. You know what I mean? We want people, Newcastle's ignored enough. The last thing we want is bands refusing to play here because of reputation. I think it's disgusting that it's happened.
I've seen them plenty of times before and there's never been any trouble and I've always had a good night and I was looking forward to it again and now some idiot's gone and ruined it.
I'm glad. Really want to come to Newcastle for a change. But in a way I'm disappointed that it's for a band not from Newcastle. But at the same time, I mean, the last thing Newcastle needs, I mean, it's got a reputation enough. The last thing Newcastle needs is an incident like this. All it does is just bring down the area to the level people think it is. I'm really disappointed. I'm upset and I'm very disappointed.
I'm not from here, but I've been here a year and since then there's never been any problems when I've been out. This is the first time ever. So.
You saw what happened?
Well, I just saw some bloke in a dark t-shirt lunge on stage, and I don't know whether his eye got cut on stage or down the front.
I mean, it looked awful. It was blood all down the side of his face and stuff. I'm disgusted and disappointed.
And also it's the way a riot starts. Obviously these people are not really...
No, the atmosphere feels really bad. Everyone's getting really... this is really actually scary. It's not very nice at all.
I mean, the crowd's hyped up. They want to say something. If they're not, the way it is, they're not going to see the band. They want to see a fight.
So that's it for tonight, folks, because the guitarist has gone to hospital to get stitches in his face, so I'm sorry about that, we can't do a show without a guitarist.
That's an announcement that Noel's actually gone to hospital to get stitches in his face. Basically, everyone's just completely gutted and it's ruined the whole night for Newcastle more than anything, and it's just, I can't believe this. I don't know about Live Forever, like White Riot was going through my head at that particular moment in time. After the chaos of the Riverside, we managed to get back to the surreal calm of the hotel, where I got hold of Noel and Liam and managed to speak to them. They were kind of bruised and bemused, the Gallagher brothers.
I've got a bit of an headache, a bit of a lump, well, gathering over the eye, but I reckon if I smoke about another 75 cigarettes and a couple of bottles of gin, I'll be sort of alright. I might go to sleep tonight.
What happened?
Well, I mean, it was a really good atmosphere and stuff like that until sort of the middle of Bring It On Down, and then I was doing the guitar solo and a guy just appeared. He was about 2 foot away from me and I thought he was a stage diver, and it's happened just like that, and then all of a sudden he had this big ring on and he just like slapped me in the eye. Well, because of where we come from anyway, and because we're just like young lads, it's like when somebody does that, you don't think of being a pop star or being in a band or the people in the audience, you just want to retaliate.
No, it's just like sticking up for yourself, you know what I mean?
Well, you went in and started sticking up for him?
Yeah, oh yeah, it was that, you know, about, because it's got to happen. You can't be there to play your songs. Like, someone gets on the stage and has it, and he gets it, it's simple.
People were saying that because it kind of, you not deserved it, but it was inevitable because of the reputation of the band, and that this has been like, you know, almost coming.
Mm-hmm.
Do you reckon that's true?
Well, yeah, probably yeah. But people think we're up for the fight, and that, but we're not up for the fight.
But you were tonight.
Yeah, well, because like, he was up for the fight.
We didn't start it.
We didn't start it. We're there to play songs, that's all we're about. We're not about fighting. You can do the song, do the set, get off, go home, splendid evening, had by all. I mean, someone gets up and thinks he's a bit hard and goes for it, he's going to get it.
But the thing is, like, we've had all, since we started getting should we say, coverage in the media or whatever. We've always had people at gigs who will stand there and abuse you during the songs or throw things on stage, and we can deal with that because, you know, we can dodge bottles and we're pretty nimble guys. We could have been like left wingers for England, a pair of us, except we're right-footed. It's like, I can't understand the mentality of somebody who wants to go and pay money to go into a gig, to go and smack one of the band. That, to me, that is not what we're about. We're about playing songs, and people have said to us, you should go back on, you should go back on. It's like, no way, man, I'm fine. And like, I can't even concentrate on like speaking now, let alone playing the guitar or something like that. And I feel sorry for all the people who've like paid money to go to that gig and who bought the record and all that. But the thing is, it's like, you know, it's like it sets a precedent now, and it's just, it won't happen again. And we've been saying for a year to our record company and our manager, we need security, and it's all, we can't afford it. But I mean, does it take somebody to lose an eye to get security? So that is what we're going to have to do from now on. But just like to stress that, I mean, we just want to play music, right? And whatever they write about us in the press is to sell papers, right? We just want to play music, and if the press want to build us up as the Sex Pistols or the Jesus America and the Happy Mondays, then fine, that's fine. But then people have got to be put in front of us who realise the situation, and it's got to be stopped before somebody gets seriously hurt.
I mean,
and the fact is, right, I don't even want to have to go and like stop playing a song and go and beat somebody up who's trying to beat me up. I don't want to do that. I just want to play guitar. That's all I want to do.
For you, it must feel just so horrible to have someone being so aggressive to you personally, getting up on stage. It was in their head, that's what they wanted to do.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you feel like...
No, like I was saying before, I just can't understand, like I was saying before, I mean, say if he really hated me or the band that much, right, that, you know, we've got a record of like dissing Blur and Suede and stuff like that, but
dissing, man.
But I've met like Damon and the guys out of Blur, and we can go out and have a drink, you know, and like, we don't hate anybody personally. It's just music, right? And for someone to do that, why would they do that?
Well, how do you feel for the other people in the audience?
I feel for the people because it's like they're the people who've put us in the charts and put us on top of the pops, and it's sad for them, right? But they've got to respect our position, right? I'm not... Music, right, is like... Music, to me, is the be-all, and the fans of the band and everything is the be-all and end of it, right, as far as I'm concerned. But I've only got two eyes. One goes, I don't get another one back. So at the end of the day, it's like, it's only rock and roll, and I'm not prepared to die for anyone. And, you know, we as a band will give everything for them people who buy our records, totally and utterly, but I'm not about to, like, donate parts of my body for the cause.
It's so ironic that it's the first night of the tour, and this is just so rock and roll that this has happened.
I can see our press officer now sat wherever tomorrow, just rubbing his hands now on the gig going, yes, but what, at the end of the day, it's like, I've got an headache, right? I should be now going into I Am the Walrus at this time, and what we're doing now, we're all sat here, we're all wound up, right? We're probably not going to get to bed tonight. We've got loads of people downstairs who's followed us back from the gig, and everyone's just going on and on and on about what happened over and over again, saying the same things over and over again, and we should be getting back here in about half an hour saying what a great night it was.
How do you feel then?
Well, I feel pretty down, because it was like the old Amsterdam thing, people saying it's rock and roll. It's not rock and roll. Rock and roll is playing your music and people like applauding you at the end and saying what a great show, and it was like, you know, it's, you know, connecting with people, and if, you know, it's like somebody getting up on stage and it's something I've never experienced, so I don't know. I'm pretty wound up.
It was an ugly event, one that everyone concerned with Oasis hopes will never ever happen again, and that the controversy continues to follow them.
That was rock and roll!